Well, it finally happened. Inter Milan, the Serie A leaders who reached the Champions League final twice in the last 3 years, have been knocked out by Bodo Glimt, with the title holders Napoli and Juve, the most successful club in Italy, not making it to the round of 16. It leaves Atalanta, the only team representing Italian clubs at the biggest stage in Europe. And I know, on paper it does look like a shock result, but this is a worrisome reflection of where Serie A stands today. And with Italy's hope of qualifying for the next World Cup looking increasingly bleak, we have to ask the question, how the hell did we get here? When the Calciopoli scandal was uncovered in May 2006, it rocked Italian football to its very core. The scandal exposed the dirty underbelly of Serie A, where several clubs were found guilty of manipulating referee appointments and bribing them to give decisions favoring their teams. Owners were fined, corrupt officials were jailed, points were deducted, and historic clubs like Juventus were relegated. But the real damage went far beyond just punishments. The public trust vanished overnight. Stadium attendance dropped, sponsors walked away, and broadcast valuations were slashed. Italian clubs suddenly found themselves bleeding money across the three most important revenue streams in football: matchday income, broadcasting revenue, and commercial deals. Crucially, the scandal did not just affect the clubs that were directly involved. It dragged the entire league down with it. And nearly 2 decades later, the effects of it are still being felt. At the time, in order to survive, many clubs made short-term decisions with long-term consequences. They cut down the funding to youth academies and player development, choosing to focus solely on the first team instead. This created a cascading effect for the Italian national team. With a shrinking talent pipeline, it weakened them over time, and this has directly contributed to the struggles on the global stage. The situation became so desperate that players like Luis Felipe and Rafael Toloi were asked to change their Brazilian nationality to Italian just to maintain the squad quality. Today, the pool of homegrown talents continues to dry up, and the financial instability makes it much harder to attract and, more importantly, retain elite foreign players. The overall quality of the league suffers, and Italian clubs find themselves outmatched by better run, better funded teams across Europe. Since 2010, not a single Italian club has won the UCL, and more shockingly, Italy have failed to qualify for the World Cup since 2014. This is not just a temporary slump, it's a consequence of decades of financial instability, underinvestment in youth, outdated stadiums, and a league that failed to modernize while others surged ahead. Until Italian football fixes its foundations, being among Europe's elite will remain out of reach, and the Azzurri's decline will continue to feel less like bad luck and more like a foregone conclusion.